Hello guys, so we have come to a conclusion of experimental psychology side 221. Yes, I want to also affirm that what we have treated has say 99% content of what you should be expecting in your exam. So with time, we will be expecting to have your comments or questions in the comment box. But before then, I want to drop some instructions and some where we may need to look at those things we have done so that we'll work on it with understanding. Yeah, we discussed from beginning what is science and ways of fixing belief. We talked about everything like some terminologies you should be expecting: falsifiability, precision determinism, parsimony, operationalization. Then from there we did other research methods, which I pointed out things you should be expecting in your subjective questions. I also discussed we talked about the experimental method of the research, which we also did in line with what we should be expecting also in the exam, subjective questions here. Then we talked about ethics in research. We talked about ethics, yes. Then what again we discussed? We now discussed very importantly writing a literature in psychology, writing an article, yes, and then I simplified each and every one of them. Please, I want to point out very importantly that in this particular one, we should expect that is the title and author, abstract, introduction, method, result, discussion, conclusion, references, and abstract appendix. So please remember the subheadings under them. So in your exams, you may be seeing something like in this below are the following subheadings. Please pick 4 amongst them and write on it. Now, there are 2 things here. You may be expected, if you guys conduct an experiment which you are expected to also write and present, in your exam, you'll be expected to pick 4 out of these 9. Now, it's going to be more than this 9 in exam. I will explain the reason I said that. Now, you will be seeing the exam will tell you pick like 4 or 5 and write on it, right? So write on it now is expecting you to write everything you wrote in the exam. No, in the how you reported your experiment you conducted. Now, so if you did what I did, okay, you're not going to do that, but like I said, I'll be expecting your questions. Please remember, I am free for any person. If you are interested in any private lectures or anything, you can still contact me. If you have any questions, you can still drop your questions on the comment box. So I'm saying, like, the experiment you are going to be running or conducting for this work, in exam you're expected to pick 4. And first instruction I will say is this: if you are told to pick 4, please make number 1, the title and author should not be part of it. You will write it, but it will not be part of that 4. So if you are going to pick introduction, abstract, method, please pick that 4 and use title and author to make it 5. If you are told to pick 5, please, that means you are picking 6. And the number 6 will be the title and author, because there is no way you just enter start telling us method when we don't even know your topic where you started from. So if I was told to write on any of these 4, I will pick the 4, but first of all I will want to start with title and author, effect of mood on academic performance among these, right? And after that, Obianyo, Chidozie E. Obianyo, University of Nigeria, Nsukka. chidozie.obenyo.201176@unn.edu.ng. Then I'll supply my phone number 070-322-61791. Yes, that's my phone number for those that don't have my phone. Okay, so then I'll start with the ones I wish to write on. This is first instruction I'm giving. Very importantly, you must include your title and author. Now, among these, now what you'll be seeing in exam, you see abstract, you see introduction. After seeing introduction, you still see result. You see things like method. After seeing method, you still see participants as separate entity. You see procedure. You see instrument. You even see design statistics. You see discussion. You see conclusion. Now, smart but lazy students. In fact, I wouldn't call that smart. It's negative smartness. Oh, thank God, conclusion is there. You rush. Oh, thank God, design and statistics, no time. You just write 3 lines. You run. Oh, participants even is standing alone. You go and pick it. Come on, you will write 100% in the exam, but you cannot get 100% in your results. I am saying this emphatically, and there's no two ways about it. I will always advise my students over time, yes, once this comes, pick the big ones. Amidst all your picking, pick introduction, pick method, right? If you pick abstract, pick introduction, pick method. Remember that when you're writing method, you are expected to include participants. You tell us everything, that you define all your participants, everything. Then you continue with the instrument, continue the procedure, tell us the design statistics. Then pick discussion. This is a big area. Again, you have a lot to write. You see that? So personally, I'm picking abstract, I'm picking introduction, I'm picking method, I'm picking discussion. Under my discussion, after discussing my results, and I'm going to implication of the study, I'm talking about limitations, I'm talking about suggestions for future findings or future studies. You cannot have the same result or the outcome on your result if you go writing participants only, taking instrument, or they will not tell you write references. You now can pick Chidozie et al. 2025, and you just write those little things, and you just show us you can do references. Like I promised, I'll do that references later. Now, remember my instructions. If you are taking 4, please take 5, or if you are told to take 4, include title and author. Secondly, pick the big ones if you need your mark, right? Third instruction, I will also say, or to trying to direct us what we are going to be expecting. If you guys didn't maybe conduct the experiment on time, then the exam will be in this format. In all this listed, pick 4 and discuss them. Discuss what is expected in any of these sections or segments or subheadings, right? So that is when you will now be having some things like I did. If you are picking title and author, you tell us this is where the topic and blah 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 is written. For example, this one you can give an example. Then when you finish, if you enter abstract, you tell us this is, although this abstract is written or is positioned in beginning of the work, immediately after title and author, or it is written at the tail end of the work, after the work is concluded. And you also tell us it is the summary of the work. Because it's a summary, it is written after the work, but by positioning or location, you locate it in the beginning after the title and author. Then you continue to tell us that the abstract consists of maybe an introduction, right? The topic of the work, telling us some descriptions about the participants or subjects of the experiment. Remember, we use participants. It's unethical to use subjects for human beings. But if you're using things that are not human beings, you use subjects. So participants is humans. So you tell us everything that is necessary there, how many persons, and some little descriptions where you drew them from, what kind of sampling technique do you use, what kind of research design did you use, what are the instruments you use, what are the statistics you use to analyze your data, and what are the results, and what are the implications. You tell us these are the things that are summarized in the abstract. Yes. Then if you are picking method, you tell us this method comprised of several segments, which include participants. Participant column. Here we talk about blah 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 blah. The number of participants, their age, where they are drawn, maybe their religious affiliations, their ethnicity. Instrument. Here we talk about the instruments used to collect the data or to administer the treatment, the scoring formats they were used. Describe everything. Don't be lazy in this exam, right? You will have a mark if you deserve it. So that is one part of it. But if people did the experiment, if you are going to do the experiment, you are expected to give us a clear. In fact, you are not going to tell us all these things I'm saying now. You simply start reporting. If you come on your abstract, you tell us what happened. If you come in your method, you tell our participants, column, no, not column, under it, a total number of this. You continue reporting. Well, I'll come back about that when the research, the class starts. I will expect that your classmates will communicate me in that regards. And then I've dropped my number also. You may be willing to contact me in that respect. Okay, so that is the instruction, very necessary for this exam. Okay, wishing you guys good luck.